Did you know that 1 in 3 people will get cancer at some point in their life? The sad truth is, many cancer cases are found too late because people don't notice the early warning signs. According to experts, finding cancer early in stage 1 gives you a much better chance of survival, over 90% for many cancers. But if it's found in stage 4, that chance can drop to less than 20%. In this video, I'll share 8 early warning signs that could save your life. These are not the obvious symptoms you've heard of before. They are small changes in your body that show up before the problem gets serious. Most people miss these signs, but noticing them early could make all the difference. You might be thinking, what if I worry about every small ache or pain? Don't worry, this is different. I'll only talk about warning signs that have been proven by science, not myths or social media rumors. These signs have helped many people catch cancer early, when treatment works best. Stay with me, because this information isn't meant to scare you. It's here to help you stay healthy and take action if needed. Let's get started. Number 1. Persistent heartburn. Heartburn is something many people deal with, often chalking it up to spicy food or a heavy meal. But when heartburn becomes persistent, lasting weeks or even months, it could signal something more serious, like esophageal cancer. Here's how it happens. Chronic acid reflux can damage the lining of the esophagus over time, a condition known as Barrett's esophagus, which increases the risk of cancer. While occasional heartburn is common, long-term reflux that doesn't improve with medication or lifestyle changes should never be ignored. There are also warning signs that could indicate the issue is more than just heartburn. For instance, if you're experiencing difficulty swallowing, feel like food is getting stuck in your throat, or notice unexplained weight loss, it's crucial to take these symptoms seriously. These signs may point to narrowing or damage in the esophagus caused by a more advanced issue. What can you do? If your heartburn is persistent and doesn't respond to treatment, or if you're noticing any of these additional symptoms, consult your doctor immediately. They may recommend tests like an endoscopy to check for damage or changes in the esophagus. Remember, early detection is key. While persistent heartburn is often manageable, in some cases it's your body's way of warning you about a serious condition. Don't wait. Seeking medical advice early could make all the difference. Number 2. Unexplained night sweats. We all sweat at night from time to time, but persistent, soaking night sweats, the kind that leave your sheets drenched and force you to change clothes, could be more than just an uncomfortable nuisance. They might be a sign of lymphoma, a type of cancer that affects the lymphatic system. These night sweats often don't come alone. They're frequently accompanied by fever, unexplained weight loss, and overwhelming fatigue, collectively known as B symptoms in medical terms. What causes them? It's your body's immune response to the cancer cells, which disrupts your internal thermostat and triggers these intense sweating episodes. The key difference between harmless night sweats and those that warrant concern is their frequency and severity. If you find yourself waking up drenched night after night, especially if other symptoms like fever or weight loss are present, it's time to pay attention. What should you do? Don't brush it off as stress or a warm bedroom. Persistent and severe night sweats should always prompt a visit to your doctor. Even if cancer isn't the cause, other conditions like infections or hormonal imbalances could be at play, and catching them early is always beneficial. Your body has ways of signaling when something's wrong. Don't ignore these signs. Getting checked could lead to early detection and, potentially, a life-saving diagnosis. Number 3. Jaundice. Have you ever noticed a yellowish tint to someone's skin or the whites of their eyes? This condition, called jaundice, isn't just a cosmetic issue. It's often a sign that something serious is happening inside the body. Jaundice occurs when there's a buildup of bilirubin, a substance produced when red blood cells break down. Normally, the liver processes bilirubin, but if there's a blockage in the bile ducts, often caused by pancreatic or liver cancer, it starts to accumulate, leading to the yellowing of the skin and eyes. Jaundice rarely comes alone. Other symptoms to watch for include dark urine, light-colored stools, and upper abdominal pain. These are signs that the body isn't processing waste properly, and they need immediate attention. It's important to remember that jaundice doesn't always indicate cancer. It could be caused by gallstones, hepatitis, or another condition. But if it appears suddenly and without an obvious explanation, it's critical to see a doctor right away. Ignoring jaundice could delay a potentially life-saving diagnosis. Pancreatic and liver cancers are often diagnosed late, but catching them early through symptoms like jaundice could improve treatment outcomes. The bottom line? If you or someone you know develops jaundice, don't wait. Seek medical attention as soon as possible. It could make all the difference in identifying and treating the underlying cause. Number 4, bone pain. Let's talk about something many people brush off: persistent bone pain. We all experience aches and pains from time to time, but this is different. If you're dealing with a deep, penetrating ache in your bones that seems to get worse over time, especially at night, it could be a red flag. Bone pain that doesn't respond to typical painkillers or feels like it's in the bone itself, rather than the surrounding muscles or joints, should never be ignored. In some cases, this can be caused by cancer that has spread to the bones, or even cancer originating in the bones, such as osteosarcoma. What's particularly concerning is when the pain is accompanied by swelling, unexplained fractures, or other unusual symptoms. These are not things to chalk up to aging or minor injuries. They are signals your body is sending you that something isn't right. So, what should you do? If the pain is persistent, worsening, or comes with swelling or other symptoms, it's time to see a doctor. Don't wait for it to go away on its own. Early detection is key, and even if it turns out to be nothing serious, ruling out cancer can give you peace of mind. Remember, listening to your body can make all the difference. Number 5, body rash. Most of us think of rashes as annoying but harmless, a reaction to something we ate, touched, or wore. But did you know that certain types of rashes could actually point to something much more serious, like leukemia? One key sign to watch for is a type of rash called petechiae. These are tiny red or purple spots that appear on your skin and don't fade or lighten when you press on them. Unlike a typical rash, petechiae are caused by low platelet levels in your blood, which can lead to tiny blood vessels leaking under your skin. If you notice these spots, especially if they're accompanied by unexplained bruising or bleeding, it's a good idea to take them seriously. Leukemia affects your body's ability to produce healthy blood cells, and these symptoms are your body's way of signaling that something isn't right. So, what should you do? If the rash persists or you're experiencing additional symptoms like fatigue, frequent infections, or excessive bleeding, it's time to see a doctor. Even if it's not leukemia, unexplained rashes or bruising always warrant a closer look. Catching these subtle signs early can make a world of difference. Your skin can tell you a lot about your internal health. It's up to us to pay attention. Early action could lead to early diagnosis and better outcomes. Don't wait. Your health is worth it. Number 6, persistent fever. A fever usually signals that your body is fighting off an infection. But what if it lingers or keeps coming back for no clear reason? A persistent fever, especially one that recurs or doesn't seem linked to an infection, could be a warning sign of blood cancers like leukemia or lymphoma. What makes these fevers stand out? They're often cyclical, meaning they come and go, and they may not respond to typical treatments like antibiotics. They're also frequently accompanied by other symptoms like night sweats, unexplained weight loss, and fatigue. These signs together are strong indicators that your body is dealing with something more than just a passing illness. In blood cancers, the immune system is compromised, and the body's fight against abnormal cancer cells can trigger a fever. It's essentially your body sounding the alarm that something isn't right. So, what should you do? If a fever lasts longer than 2 weeks, or keeps recurring without a clear cause, it's important to consult a doctor. Even if it's not cancer, persistent fevers can signal other serious conditions that need attention. Your body knows when something is wrong. It's up to you to listen. Don't dismiss a persistent fever as just a bug. Early detection could not only identify the root cause, but also potentially save your life. Number 7. Fingernail marks. When was the last time you really looked at your fingernails? Changes in your nails might seem minor, but they can sometimes reveal something far more serious, like subungual melanoma, a rare form of skin cancer that develops under the nail. One of the most common warning signs is a dark vertical streak running underneath the nail. While it might look harmless or resemble a bruise, especially if you've recently bumped your hand, this mark doesn't fade or grow out with the nail. Another sign is what's known as Hutchinson's sign, where the pigmentation extends beyond the nail bed onto the surrounding skin. These changes can be easy to overlook or mistake for something else, like a fungal infection or simple nail trauma. But here's the difference. A streak caused by melanoma often appears suddenly, evolves over time, and doesn't behave like a typical bruise or infection. If you notice any unusual changes in your nails, like a streak that wasn't there before or one that seems to grow darker or larger, don't ignore it. Keep an eye on your nails, and if something doesn't look right, consult a dermatologist. Early detection is critical with subungual melanoma, as it can spread quickly if left untreated. So, take nail changes seriously. What might seem like a small detail could be a life-saving observation. Number 8. Eye pain. When you think of cancer warning signs, eye pain probably isn't the first thing that comes to mind. But believe it or not, persistent eye pain or other unusual symptoms could signal a rare type of cancer called ocular melanoma. This type of cancer develops in the cells that produce pigment in your eye, and while it's uncommon, catching it early is critical. So, what should you look out for? One red flag is blurred vision that doesn't get better even with new glasses. Another is unexplained flashes of light, similar to what people experience with migraines or retinal issues. And perhaps the most noticeable, but often ignored sign is a dark spot on the iris. If this spot grows, changes shape, or changes color, it's time to act. Certain factors can increase your risk, like having fair skin, light-colored eyes, or spending a lot of time in the sun without proper eye protection. But here's the good news. Regular eye exams can detect these changes early, sometimes even before symptoms appear. If you've noticed persistent eye pain or any of these symptoms, don't hesitate to consult an ophthalmologist. Even if it's not cancer, conditions like retinal detachment or glaucoma are serious and require immediate attention. Remember, your eyes are a window to your overall health. Don't overlook what they might be trying to tell you. Early action could save your vision and, potentially, your life. Your body has ways of telling you when something's wrong. It's up to us to notice. Subtle signs like persistent bone pain, changes in your nails, unusual rashes, or night sweats may seem minor, but they can be early warnings of serious conditions, including cancer. Paying attention to these signs and acting early can truly save lives. If you've noticed any of the symptoms we've discussed today, don't ignore them. It's always better to check with a doctor and rule out anything serious. Early detection leads to better outcomes, and your health is worth it. For more insights into early cancer signs, related health conditions, and tips for living your best life, check out our other videos. If you found this information valuable, please give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who might need it, and subscribe to our channel for more life-saving content. Your support helps us spread awareness and empower more people to take charge of their health. Thank you for watching.